What you doing, Otaku? I am DAC, and I'm going to talk about the anime Cagaster of an Insect Cage, or Mushikaga no Cagaster. This is a Netflix anime, and I'm still trying to catch up on all the other anime I'm watching on Crunchyroll. There's a lot, and while I was gone on my trip in the Philippines, I had a chance to just download this onto my phone off Netflix, and it came out sometime in February, about a month ago. And it gave me something to watch, some other anime, because Crunchyroll doesn't really work in the Philippines, so Netflix something, and it was new, and it gives me something to talk about until I do catch up on all the other anime I'm watching. So I did watch all of it because that's almost all I had, the only anime that could sustain me. But it's an okay show. It's okay. And the more I think about it, the more I don't like, the more I sound like I don't like it, but I actually did enjoy it. It's just, it wasn't like overwhelming, like, oh yeah, it was just okay. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, first, before I actually talk about what I do, I'll talk about what the show actually is. I don't need to spend too much time on it because you could look up a summary and read that, or some kind of synopsis. But real quick, so the main characters is Kido and Ilya. Kido's some kind of bug slayer, Ilya's a little girl, and they live in this world where people turn into these giant man-eating insects. I don't know, it's weird. Anyways, Kido, he hunts these insects, and then Illy's just a girl he found. Her and her dad, Griffith, were being chased. Griffith dies, and he makes Kido promise to take Illy to her mom, Tanya, who he has no idea where she's at. And it kind of just goes on from there. So the first half of it is him not looking for Tanya. He mentions it to another character to help him look, and it really doesn't do much. But I like the first half more than the second half. It was interesting. It's pretty much just them getting closer, but also Illy, who starts out seeming like she's a little girl, and then in no time she seems and acts like she just grew up all of a sudden. I don't know, she grew up on like a sheep farm. She sings Little Bo Peep a lot. Whatever. Anyways, sometimes they fight bugs, and then at one point, right in the middle, it reveals Illy can control bugs, and that enemy force has came to capture her. Then there's another half person, half bug named Atch. I think that's how they say his name. Atch? I don't know. ACHT? Yeah. But they take her, and then Kido goes to save her, and it kind of just gets more complicated from there. Turns out Tanya, who's Illy's mom, is like the insect queen, and Illy can control it because she's also like Cagaster, or this insect in human form, and Ash is her brother, who's definitely half and half, even though he thinks he's just a monster. And then it turns out there's another scientist named Franz, who's actually Illy's dad, and Griffith used to work for him, and then he took Illy away. It gets all complicated. But yeah, it just builds on from there. Like I said, you can read a summary, but that's just the main thing that happens. Now, talking about the story though, it's kind of cheesy. It's interesting. It's kind of cheesy. There's a lot of making up, or relations made up because they're not. Illy doesn't see Franz as her dad, and blah blah blah. And there's a lot of back and forth between I don't like you, I might forgive you, I might do this for you, whatever. All the characters that I mentioned so far, I really didn't care that much about. Yeah, there were two characters I did like though. One is named Kasim. Now he seems like this asshole dude. He's part of the military, and he seems like an asshole because all the other characters treat him like an asshole. That's because those characters are assholes. And Kasim is actually a pretty cool and nice guy. Unfortunately, he turns into a Cagaster out of nowhere. And it's the whole people turning into Cagaster. Maybe I missed it. I know Franz is like, oh, this is the next evolution of humans, but is it a disease? Was it an experiment gone wrong that turned everybody? I know they are working with, controlling Cagasters and all that, but I don't remember what the initial outbreak and how that was caused. It's just also a weird thing. People turn into giant insects. I don't know. Yeah, there's Kasim. He turns into one. And then Kido has to unfortunately put him down. That was actually a pretty sad part. And it happens in the first half. Second half I didn't care about. It just drug on. It seems like one event that could have just happened, and it would be Kido saving Ellie. But they drug it out so long because Ellie wants to see her mom, and then everyone's just dying or blah blah blah, or forgiving each other. It's typical anime stuff. It's stuff that happens. That's why I'm like, it's not bad. It's just, I've seen it before. I'm not, it doesn't excite me. They didn't really do anything that new. But, whatever. There is another character named Miss Mario. Kind of take care of a restaurant, maybe a little inn kind of thing. Whatever. I really like this character because it just shows a character that is, one, hell strong. But also can take care of people, use their brain, think things through, isn't rash, but still stands their ground. Great character. Took care of Kido, all that stuff. Still stayed and fight because all hell breaks loose, wars everywhere. Anyway, those were pretty much the main characters I liked. The others were fine, They were just typical, kind of didn't think anything through, whatever. But let's talk about what I actually found weird about this anime and kind of the more interesting parts while I was watching it. First, I watched it dubbed. I know, it's weird. I hate dubbed, but there was one reason I did that, and that's because I kind of hate the animation. I just really don't like the animation. What it looks like they did. It looks like they animated and put a lot of care into the big, cool, actiony scenes. Because I think those actually look pretty good. And it was actually pretty cool moments. Or, any important moments, they look decently good. Like when Kasim died, that was a nice moment that I actually felt. And then there were some cool actiony moments. But then there's points where it's slow, and the acting, the animation, and then I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to put this in the background and listen to it. It wasn't that bad, Just listening to it was actually decent. It was fine. And that's why I did it. And that's why it was in English. I think I didn't start watching it or listening to it in English until like halfway through. Yeah, it doesn't get bad halfway through. It's just, whenever there's this kind of reveal of a secret or a truth or something, like, oh, Illy can control characters, oh, she's actually kind of an experiment, and it's like, you see it in a lot of animes, and that's usually the point where I'm just like, I think the first one I ever remember was like in Vampire Night. Yeah, and I was just like, whenever they reveal that reveal, I was like, well, I don't know. It was just also because that was like my first. I read the manga. That was like my first manga crush. It was Yuki. And then when they revealed she was just a vampire, I was like, I don't care anymore. Anyways, I'm talking about this show. The other thing why I don't like some of these characters is there's some weird age relationship stuff going on. I have no idea how old Kido is. He might be 18, 17, he might be early 20s. If they said it, I missed it. I'm pretty sure they say Ellie is like 14. She looks young. And then they make a lot of jokes about them being a couple. So I'm really wanting Kido to be like 17. But like, as good of a fighter and all his stuff is, he seems older, he acts older. But yeah, they keep on push like they could be a couple. And even at the very end, he like makes bride jokes and they pretty much established they're gonna be a couple. But then it also shows Kido's past, and there was an older woman, and he was definitely a kid at that time, and I'm pretty sure she was not a kid because she didn't look like it. And then they do the dirty, and it's just like, this is weird. I don't know. Underage, I don't know. It's just me. You see any underage with overage kind of, it's the teacher in me who just cringes and is like, no, you're a kid. And just, being a decent person who's not a creep. Just like, no. And I don't know. I guess you could argue, so, well, it's not that big an age difference they're going to be. They'll both be adults at one point. She was like, yeah, but I'm like, I don't look at kids and be like, oh. I don't look at kids and be like, oh, I can't wait till you're 18. That's weird. That's real weird. I don't know. Anyways, so that was a weird thing that kept getting made because they pushed it a lot. And I was like, I'm pretty sure there's a too big of an age gap, a maturity gap. The other thing, not really that much of what happens in the story of this anime, but more like, I think this would be better as a movie. You can get all these cool points, you can still have the story develop, it just wouldn't drag on. And you can make a pretty good movie. I'll keep making an argument that no movie should be less than 2 hours at this point, because you have shows that last like an hour and a half. No, okay, so a good, at least 2 hour movie of this would be awesome. I think it would be a lot better. You could digest it a lot better. And, if they made a movie first, and then I watch it, I'll probably be saying the exact opposite. So, who knows? But, yeah, I don't know, it felt like it dragged on when it didn't need to. Like they were trying to make a 12 episode season out of it. Hopefully there's not another season. Because it does end in a pretty good way. And I did like the ending. The ending was fine. It was a nice ending. But that's pretty much all I gotta say about Cagaster of Insect Cage. I just wanted to talk about some kind of anime, and I watched it. I did enjoy it, regardless of how I act towards it. But what did you think? Have you seen it? Sometimes I feel like Netflix animes are hit or miss, but, just tell me what you think. Did you watch it? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Do you want to argue with anything I said? Go ahead, go for it. Leave a comment, do whatever. If you like what I'm saying, go ahead and like this video. If you want to see me talk more about anime and all kinds of other stuff, subscribe to my channel because I definitely do that. But until next time, I am DAC. Thank you for watching, and bye.